The White House Ballroom project is not just a fun project for President Trump, like you will read in the media. It is actually critical for our national security that a larger, secure building on this complex, which is the most secure complex in the world, is built to accommodate not only large amounts of guests, but also the president, the vice president, members of the cabinet. The line of succession in this country should be able to gather freely in safety without the fear of threats or political violence. And the White House Ballroom will provide that. And so it's critical that we get this project done as quickly as possible.
Welcome back. That was Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt today on the president's new White House Ballroom, saying it's needed now more than ever for national security. This as King Charles III's state visit with Queen Camilla begins. The king is scheduled to address Congress tomorrow, followed by a state dinner. This is the first address by a UK head of state since the 1991 speech by his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Joining us now from House Judiciary, Florida Congresswoman Laurel Lee. Congresswoman, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us again. What do you make of this ballroom as a national security necessity, the White House says, because Democrats in the courts and the media have been pushing back on it? We should point out it's going to have a drone-proof roof and ceilings as well as blast-proof glass for all windows. What do you make of this?
It's absolutely a necessity. The president, his cabinet, visiting heads of state all need a place where they can gather that's secure, that's safe, that can be contained. And one of the things we've learned in the wake of these awful assassination attempts against President Trump and the investigation following Butler and the Florida incident is that where events are held is a critical component of maintaining security. So absolutely, being able to control the environment, being able to have some of those physical properties that keep the place safer, control who gets in, who gets out, those are all really important components of keeping events like this secure and would go a long way to keeping the president and other dignitaries safe.
So Senator Tim Sheehy said he will introduce legislation to streamline construction of the ballroom. But what do you make of Judge Richard Leon halting construction? The judge rebuked the administration for attempting to use a, quote, national security exception to build the ballroom. He says national security is not a blank check for why it must be built without congressional approval.
Well, it's not a blank check, but that's not what's going on here at all. Every president is entitled to make renovations to the White House. What President Trump has started here is critically important. And it's also really important to note that while he'll get to use it a bit, this will be future presidents for generations to come will benefit for the security and the building of this facility. So this is something that is long overdue, and the court should not have gotten in the way.
Well, isn't it being funded by donations, a big chunk of it?
Exactly. It's not even taxpayer money. President Trump's got donations to pay for this. So it's really something that's great for the American people, and there's just no reason to be standing in the way of getting it done. And it's something that we could be using for events exactly like the one this weekend that would have been far safer.
Congresswoman Laurel Lee, thank you so much for being with us again tonight. It's good to see you.